Hey, please understand what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of energy coming off me. And sometimes I talk to people like, they have a lot of rage. I'll be like, man, they asked me to go read something. You damn right I got rage. What the hell you think this is about? You think I'm in here because I'm happy? If I'm happy, I go work for Google. We go to war against peace, okay? Please, understand what I'm getting at, okay? I'm supposed to, Karen said, I want you to be inspiring. Hopefully I'm not depressing you. But there are some final, just key elements I want to make sure that I hit. I didn't get a podium here. I mentioned podiums. I like podiums. Well, we have a great instructor. I'm not going to name her, but we have a bunch of great instructors who talk a lot about love and how people love the kids. If you come to my school, don't boo me, please. But booing's okay. I'm just requesting some sensitive. You come to my school, and one of the first assemblies we do is assembly where I try and let kids know that all of our staff loves them except for me. And when I first got to Georgia, folks was looking at me hella crazy. But I was saying, Bay Area, hella, you know what I'm saying? But you guys know what I'm saying. I said hella to Kansas City, and people was like, what the heck? I said, it's hella hard, y'all. What's wrong with y'all? You don't speak English, you know what I'm saying? They were like, it's Kansas City, Lord. But, yeah. This question of love is a big deal, okay? And I hear our staff, and we used to talk about a lot, we love our kids, we care for our kids. And I found it strange. In my entire educational experience, and we know we're in the TOEFL system, but from K to 12, I never had a teacher say that they love me. And some people are like, man, that's cold. But I didn't say they didn't love me. I said I never heard a teacher tell me that they love me. And there's nothing wrong with telling a kid that you love them. I mean, there's something wrong with it, but if you say it in the right context, ain't nothing wrong with it. Some of us may go a little far sometimes, but for the most part, you know what I'm talking about. But this love, you have to be careful about it. Because it kind of implies that our students are the way they are sometimes because we have a lack of love. Which again is condescending. Okay? My dad didn't send me to school to be loved. He sent me to school to be educated. And he hoped that the teachers loved the movement, loved teaching enough to where I would get the knowledge. It was his job to make sure that my ass went to school getting the knowledge, not trying to find friends in 35-year-old grown people. Okay? So the reason why I throw that out there is because our process is not just about the students, it's about the students and the families. What are we teaching families? And I don't mean like teaching them like, hey, go ahead and, read Louise Althusser, please come in, I can talk to you about liberation pedagogy. I'm talking about what are we modeling for our families? And if we are contradicting the ethics that the family, at the very least, would dream to have, how does that impact the trust and faith the community can have in us? Okay? If we have situations to where we're telling kids, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, but we don't want to step up, have the courage and strength to protect them. We are not only compromising the sanctity of education in the school, we're compromising the position that other adults may play in their lives as loving adults. We are reducing the trust that our students have and our families have and people that are connected with the establishment that claim and profess to love them. So this is one of the reasons why I have so much irritation when it comes to the situation I see in our city. Because every time show that we are okay with a state of inaction, that we show that we are so concerned with staying close to our political views that we forget to acknowledge that we are human beings responsible for the development of other human beings, it compromises the effectiveness of each and every one of us. Okay? Now, I don't know if that was clear enough, but let me put it like this. People don't have that many teachers in their life. When you fuck up, you fuck up for all of us. That was simple. Okay? That's all that other stuff. But that's all I want you to understand. Okay? And this is not a white-black thing. Okay? Because I know I have some colleagues that be like, man, if you white, I don't know if you should be teaching people of color. If you white, you gotta learn some black slang. Get with the kids. Be where they're at. And I told my staff, I said, quit trying to meet these kids where they at and take them somewhere. I'm trying to meet you where you at, fool. I don't like where you at. Where you at ain't cool, bruh. It's not cool. And I tell you what, if you violent as hell, if you selling dope, if you misogynistic, if you all these problems, that ain't cool. I ain't about to meet you nowhere. Okay? You come to school and we gonna start learning together. And I'ma challenge you. Because it ain't my job to come down to where you at. I'm a grown-ass person. Alright? You come here to elevate yourself. I'ma hold you accountable to that. You walk over the hallway, man, that bitch is dead. Hey man, what you say? That's just what we say. Not no more. It's gonna take you some time to learn. Yeah, you got 24 hours. Because the next time I hear that shit coming out your mouth, it's a problem. For real. Oh man, see, y'all be understanding. No, that's a trick. Y'all hear I said some y'all back there, I said that's a trick. You don't be understanding. They're appealing to this white liberal sympathy that you got. Damn, I don't. Let me get on iTunes and download. Great. Damn, I don't blame you for anything. And then we call up one of my black friends in Chicago. Hey man, I need to understand. Look man, it's a trick. Remember, some of our students know as much about their community as you do. And I mean communal history. Okay? So when Captain be like, you don't understand, ask them. What? Don't I understand? Nah, see, you don't understand, man. We've been like this. You know what I'm saying? This is how black people are. This is how Latinos are. We do this. Oh, yeah, since when? What year did that start? And many of them say, well, it's been like that forever. Boom, then you know, hell no. And let me tell you, if you walk away from that, like, yeah, that's a good point. Use a fool. Okay? Remember, and this is, we bring up a little bit, just throwing in a little bit of a nine here, but before we black, before we Latino, before we white, we're human first. And you ain't gonna have no group of folks to make it this far by being inhumane and emphasizing dehumanization to each other as a cultural actor. Yes. They wouldn't even be in your school, they wouldn't even be alive that was part of their cultural belief, their cultural history. And it was a core element of their cultural history, they wouldn't even be in front of you, they'd be dead already. So when folks tell you don't understand, you gotta challenge that. Because you know as a human being that when another human being is being dehumanized, they don't like it. And to get even more variant on you, when the person did, you also know when the person doing the dehumanizing also doesn't like you. Okay? So if you expect me to say, you don't understand because you're white, I ain't gonna say that. Because I disagree. I think that if you are connected to your humanity, if you are focused on your vision and mission as an educator for what you call social justice, I think you have a good heart and a good intuition enough to at least ask questions and act on the answers that you get. So when folks say, man, I don't white people can do it. Yeah, I don't know if white people invested in their whiteness can get it done. But I think if white people are critical of their whiteness, just as the educated are critical of their education. Sorry, y'all follow that? I was saying, if your ass ain't white, you went to a white ass school most likely. And for those of us that went to an ethnic college, just because it had dark folks there, don't mean that there wasn't white consciousness present. Alright? So, hey, please don't get offended. Please, don't get offended. Man, he's talking all about white people. Man, come on, man. I might not be talking about you personally. Please, don't get mad. Don't be like, these black people always blaming white people. Nah. Y'all all read about the problems of whiteness. Okay? And so I'm saying, if we are not constantly challenging that, even in the form of a disguised idea of social justice that is really about negatively enabling the masses in order to be dependent on the system. Okay? So if you're not criticizing that, if I'm not criticizing the fact that I went to Santa Cruz, if I'm not criticizing the fact that I got a master's degree, if I'm not criticizing the fact that I'm in a doctorate program, if I'm not constantly critical about that, it's easy for me to fall in to what that type of system or those institutions deem as acceptable and quality work. Okay? If I continue to do that, I might end up being the type of cat that I'm complaining about right now. Right. Okay? And so